Hey guys, welcome back to another Python tutorial video. And in today's video we're going to talk about assignment operators. Assignment operators, they're different from the mathematical operators. Sometimes they look the same, but they perform a different function. So we'll talk about the assignment operators in this video, and then probably in the next video we'll talk about comparison operators, which are also different, but we do need to know those. And I'll probably include the logic operators in with the comparison operators. But for today's video, we're going to be talking about the assignment operators. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I've already got PyCharm open to our Programming Vault project. So the first assignment we're going to talk about, the first assignment operator, is one that we all know, the equals operator, right? X equals 5. And all that does is it takes the value 5 and assigns it to the variable x, right? This does not check to see if x is equal to 5. Don't make that mistake. If you're trying to check to see if something is equal, we'll cover that later in the comparison operators, but just so you know, it would be like this: x equals 5, right? That's how you do comparison, right? This is not comparison. This is assignment. If you try to use this for comparison, all it's going to do is assign that value over into x, and it'll mess your program all up. So you need to make sure that you remember that equals is an assignment operator in Python and in most all programming language. X equals 5 or x equals anything means you're taking the value on the right side and assigning it to the variable on the left side, in our case x. So just for giggles, we'll go ahead and run it and make sure that x does now equal 5. And it does. So the next assignment operator that we want to talk about is this. X plus equals 5. And we'll go ahead and leave x equals 5 up here, so we have a value to start with. So the plus equals, what does that do you think? What that does is it's just shorthand for writing something else. It's shorthand for writing this. So x plus equals 5 is exactly the same as x equals x plus 5. So if we run this now with x plus equals 5, it should give us a value of 10. Since we've previously set x to 5, and now we're saying x equals x plus 5, so that should be 10. And it is. Right, so along those same lines, instead of plus equals, we can use minus equals. X minus equals 5, and that's the same as x equals x minus 5. So that should be 0, right? Let's run that and make sure. Yep. The next operator we want to look at, and these all kind of follow the same path, guys, but it's important that we talk about them. X star equals 5 or times equals 5 is the same as x equals x times 5. So what do we think that's going to be? It's going to be 25, right? And it is. There's also one for division, and it will be the same as x equals x divided by 5. Which should be 1, right? Let's try it and see. 1.0. Do you notice how it made it a float instead of an integer? Whenever you divide, it returns a float because it's anticipating whether or not there's going to be a decimal. And I guess the last one we're going to look at that we talked about earlier is the modulus. So x modulus equals 5 is the same as x equals x modulus 5. And what will that be? So we know that the modulus just returns the remainder, right? So if we set x equal to x modulus 5, then that means it's going to take 5 divided by 5 and return the remainder, which is 0. And that worked out properly. So those are really all the assignment operators that I wanted to look at today. But what I did want to note of particular importance is that to make sure that you know that this is an assignment operator. X equals 5 assigns the value of 5 to X. If this was X equal 35, it doesn't matter. It would assign the value of 35 to X, to the variable. Assignment operators always move from right to left. It will evaluate what's on the right side of the equal sign, and then it will assign it to the variable on the left side of the equal sign. Right? That always happens. Don't confuse that with comparison. You can't use this to find out if X is equal to 5. That will never work. All it will do is, well, it will be equal to 5 because afterwards, right after you've run this, X will certainly equal 5, right? All it will do is assign the value of 5 to X. So anyway, I wanted to just make this quick video and let you guys know about assignment. And next time we'll probably go through the comparison operators and maybe even a few logic operators. And we should be finished with operators after that point. Anything else we can kind of learn on the fly as we need them. But if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up maybe. Otherwise, if you have any comments or any questions, please put them in the comments, and I really appreciate you watching. Thanks.